So let's use our own ALGO for GitHub edition for the repository that we created in the first section of the workshop. So let's go to the ALGO PTE just to copy the URL here. And then we want to find our repository. We'll do that in organization, repositories, and app1. So this organization or this repository, we want to use our own ALGO for GitHub edition for this one. So we'll do actions, update ALGO system files, run this workflow, and here we'll paste in the URL that to our own ALGO PTE template and add an add and then main, which is a branch in that one that we want to use, and click run workflow. So this will now compare the scripts and the workflows in your repository with the ones in the template that you just specified, and create a pull request on rebasing the ALGO scripts in this repository with the new ones. So let's wait for the workflow to complete. So the pull request is done here. Let's look at the pull request, and we'll see that the files changed, 16 files. Let's just have a look at the changes here. So within the scripts and within the workflows, you'll see that Microsoft has been replaced by FrontDK and preview has been replaced by main. So we are re-platforming the actions used to run these workflows, and if there were any changes to the workflows, those would be applied as well, and also the scripts will be replaced. So let's go to conversation here. We can see that the CI/CD workflows will successfully complete based on this, but I can also just merge this one, confirm the change, and remove this temp branch and see that looking at actions, there's a commit CI/CD workflow running as well as the pull request CI/CD workflow. There's a difference in running a workflow as a pull request and as a commit. Commit is kind of the final step. That's where you say this is the code that goes directly into the repository. Commit will run continuous deployment and continuous delivery. Pull requests will not. It is not until you actually merge the code with the main branch you will deploy and deliver. So with this, we'll wait for the workflows to complete and then have a look at what actually happened in these. And as we can see, this one failed, and let's look at the reason for that failure. It is actually that right now when running this, I'm using a functionality in Container Helper that wasn't published yet. That will be available in 4.02, which should be deployed before we run this workshop. So that's the reason for this failure. But let's have a look at some of the other processes, like the build process here, and see that we're actually running the FrontDK ALGO actions run pipeline at main, and we'll be able to see that throughout the run that this is using my own GitHub actions repository to run these workflows, and I can now start making modifications to the actions. When I do that, it's just immediately gets used by my workflows, and if I make modifications to the workflows, the YAML files, then I'll have to do an update ALGO system files in order to get these changes to the repository. The way that I normally work is that I make the changes in the repository directly, and then I modify the template afterwards until I get in a situation where the check for updates says that there are no new updates. Then I know that I have the same functionality in the template and in the end repository, and thus I can do the collect and get that all into the ALGO repository. With that, let's get on to the next task.